Hi, everybody. Just wanted to welcome everybody to our next sort of course that we're going to be doing as a sort of a brief introduction to Tibetan Buddhist Tantra, in particular Tantra in the Gelugpa tradition of Tibetan Buddhism. So the book we're going to be studying together is by Rob Preece called The Psychology of Buddhist Tantra. This is it right here. You can get it just online, like on Amazon and stuff. And I think there's also digital PDF versions of it you can get as well. It's an the old version of the book, I think, was called The Alchemical Buddha, which I actually like as a nicer title, but I can see why probably no one would have understood what the book was about. It had Ma Kala's face on the cover, which was really, really sweet. It's one of my favorite books. I read it many years ago, maybe the 1990s or so. I can't remember. And it's just a very special book. And we're lucky to have so many good books on Tantra nowadays and have such good access to it, so many good videos. But I still think these two books, like the one that just we went over, Lama Yeshe's book, Introduction Tantra, and this one here by Rob Preece are really, really good introductory books on just getting started with Tantra and what it is. So again, we'll just work up to the part on Kriya Tantra in this book and have a little bit of an introduction to that. The stuff on Highest Yoga Tantra, I will leave. Let the Lamas teach that online and on by video and in classes. So we'll just do sort of the first 150 pages or so of this book. Rob Preece, like my lamas as a Rinpoche, taught at his place in Wales, and he's still teaching. He's elderly now. Yeah, I would really recommend all of his books. You can go and look online. He's done a number of books on Tantra over the last 10 years or so. And technically, we could have picked any of those to study together, but I just sort of feel that this one's sort of like a very, very good introductions, my favorite. I confess I haven't read some of his new books anyway, but he has some of them. I saw one on Vajrapani. I think he has them on Buddha Wisdom, Power, and Compassion. There's a new sort of book, sort of an introduction to Tantra. It's got green Tara on the cover. He's done one on Nundro, for instance. One just sort of on the general Jungian path called Wisdom of Imperfection. So taking sort of an understanding of Tantra, and because he's a Jungian psychotherapist, a lot of Jung's thoughts and ideas on sort of the sort of healing process, on alchemy, on symbolism, dreams, and so forth, and just showing how those things, that methodology can help us understand Tibetan Buddhism. So I think it's very, very good that way. I would plug also his book called The Courage to Feel. It's maybe there's a newer cover, I don't know. This is a book just on generating bodhicitta and compassion. And I think, of course, these two go together. So this would be sort of the heart of the Mahayana Sutra path of generating bodhicitta, and then our Tantra going together here. So these are two really good things to read. And we'll have classes where we have a question and answer as well. And the other one I'd like to, just based on one of our first classes here, if we're talking about Jungian archetypes and symbolism, it's really good to know about Tantric symbolism, which is a whole symbolic universe itself. So this book I would recommend as well by the great Tibetan Buddhist artist Robert Beer. It's called The Handbook of Tibetan Buddhist Symbols, which is this one right here. There's two versions. There's the big art book, this big hardcover book that we used to call coffee table book. You have in your house on the coffee table for people to read. That even has more information in it. It's more expensive, but it's absolutely fabulous. This one is the paperback, and it's just amazing. And it has just all the sort of such a great artist, different tantric symbolism in it. And you can sort of see the symbols and archetypes that work in in this whole sort of field of Tibetan Buddhism. So it's worth, I think, reading this and studying it. And I just think in a lot of ways it answers a lot of questions you might have when you're working with Tantra, and even just sort of seeing tankas and stuff is, why do deities look this way? What is that they're holding in their hand? What does that mean? How come this is, always done at the bottom of the paintings and so forth? He'll show the sort of cultural and sort of historical background for these symbols, and then also how they work spiritually. So from a Jungian point of view, those are good to know. So that's it. So if you'd like to attend the class, the live classes, need the link, you can just contact me. Just send me a message on my Patreon account, for instance, and I can get it to you. And you can attend. Otherwise, the classes will be recorded and put up on YouTube on my channel. So any questions or sort of concerns or sort of any interest that you might have or just want a little bit more information, please contact me. And otherwise, just enjoy the programming. Okay. Thank you so much and hope to see you online together here.